How he is? Wait, am I? Yeah, I am. Hey everyone, welcome back to Bearded Ramblings, the only show that got its overlay all messed up once more, and then camera work and also a time zone skip. It's like a time zone
Question
skip.
mark?
You maybe
I
kind
mean,
of.
did
Oh,
did your time zone change suddenly today for fall and you snuck up on you?
maybe. I mean, uh, all my clocks
I
are
know it's
saying that it's like 15 past. You know, 15 past
9.
9. So I don't know what it's
I
like.
guess it must have been today for you then. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a couple of weeks away for us still, so I think.
Weeks? Jesus.
I think so.
All right.
I think it's like early November or something over here.
That's
I
days
know
here.
yours and ours are a good chunk of time different from each other as far as when we do our fall back of the clocks,
Um,
which is
yeah, well,
confusing and weird.
I gotta remember.
And
Look, going for look, confusing and weird is kind of my MO, or mostly just
True.
sad. But
Can't the
I'm,
whole world just get together and agree not to do time changes anymore? Because this is
yeah,
silly.
we should all just
yeah, it's
go by
so
vibes.
ridiculous.
I'm feeling that it's the
Vibes.
afternoon. Yeah.
I mean, my understanding is a lot of Africa goes by vibes as to what time it is.
Africa's a big place. I doubt Lagos or like South Africa is gonna go by vibes. But I imagine there's like people who go, "Oh yeah, the sun is up. Out we go. Time to start the day. Oh, the sun's setting. Time to wrap it up." Like, I
Uh,
imagine there are people
the
still
old
do that.
ways.
Yeah. There's a great video out there of the history of how we all became regimented to time. Oh, I have to post. I think I posted it up in history a while back on the Discord. But listen, I'm getting distracted. Rambles from Lev. Never heard of such a thing. We are joined by Krendar, Chesh, and Ignar. Hello, everyone.
Hello,
Hello.
hello.
Um, just standard stuff. Like, share, subscribe. Check out the links down below. And if you want to help out financially, we have ourselves a stream goal. Today we've got stuff to look at that'll pass the time. But you know, I was almost hoping something crazy would happen worldwide, just to be like, hey, look, the aliens showed up. Is that something we could talk about? But instead,
You haven't showed up quite yet.
fuck it. Let us just wing of it. So, how's everyone doing tonight?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, Ignar, you've been on adventures.
I'm vibing.
You've been on adventures,
So what was that?
Ignar.
Well, yeah, I have been at the Portland Ice facility off and on at least like once a week, I'd say. Maybe a little more than that, maybe like twice a week. I was meaning to go like at least twice this week, but didn't get a chance to. But I got a chance to go yesterday and actually sent even a link to that stream with like some timestamps and stuff with like some little highlights that happened as well.
Yeah, we might look.
By
Because
the way, that
I
that was a very lovely flower
Okay.
you offered that gentleman. He missed out
Oh
by
yeah,
turning that
yeah,
down.
I got a chance. Yeah, I got a chance to see some of that from yesterday or the other day, and I loved your guys' commentary on everything. That was just amazing.
Uh, for
There was
those
so
of,
much to comment on.
for those of you who don't know,
I know, yeah.
Ignar has been not saying shit but actually doing shit, well, unlike a lot of us, and getting out and about to protest properly. Um,
That's not our style. We don't do stuff.
honestly, if I was closer to like the embassy and there was a huge goddamn protest outside it, I'd go. But instead, Ireland has a different protest. We've been going after a bunch of Ukrainian refugees because of I think one was caught after sexually assaulting a little girl. So of course they're all a bunch of rapists, and they all need to die. That's what everyone's screaming, and then they all go home, and then they forget why they're angry because it was never about that. It was to cause a scene because they're a bunch of losers. But
Narc
hate is
doing
getting
crazy shit.
yeah, hate is getting pretty bad in Dublin towards the immigrants, and I knew that would happen. Once they started arriving, I knew there'd be a grace period where everyone would welcome them, and then people are like, "When are they leaving? When are they going?"
Hmm.
Yeah, it just
And that took like 12 minutes.
it took about a year, I'd say. Um,
Yeah, I was close.
and then a lot of conspiracy theories jumped out about people with they're getting preferential treatment for accommodation, they're getting preferential treatment for jobs. There's a bunch of like brown immigrants that are coming in from like Saudi Arabia and Lebanon and stuff like that, and that none of this is true, or if it is true, there's like much less than people are going on about. But you know, that's the hype train. That's the world we're living in now, with a lot of conspiracy theories floating around. So these gobshites, yeah, they've been causing some problems out in City West at the refugee centres, and it's a tragedy. But Ireland, for the most part, we're kind of shrugging and just getting on with our day. We actually did state on election, which is pretty good, and we won. The cool party won, so yay.
The little angry man won.
No, that I think is the exact opposite of the cool party. Our little tiny Nazi boy is the exact opposite. No, I think her name's
He's so
Catherine.
wee.
He's so small. Chesh, have you seen our Hitler, Ireland's Hitler?
Mm-mm.
I gotta show you him.
I haven't seen it either.
Is
I
this
got like,
type up his name to be sure I spell it right first.
is this the first time Ireland's had an election where one of the people in the election is a literal leprechaun?
He's not in the election. He didn't even. This was for our president. There was three of them. One of the guys dropped out of the race. It was between two women,
He does want to be, though, doesn't he?
Oh God, yeah. But I mean, that's not Ireland. Ireland's just not built for it. But the really cool left-leaning person who is very pro Gaza, very pro universal housing, which is a very hot-button topic right now.
Oh,
She's pretty progressive. She won, and while I had missed out the chance to vote, I am registered, but I would have voted for her. So I was very happy to see. Low
wait,
turn,
the housing person won.
yeah.
Awesome.
Catherine, yeah, I think Catherine Colony, I think her name is. Um,
O'Hara.
that's the other one, isn't it?
I don't know.
But yeah, Irish election results 2025. Yeah. It was fairly quick too. But yeah, like the Irish president isn't exactly the most like powerful person in the world, but
Is that a time lapse photo of her or something? What is going on?
those are the two women who were going out. They were going against each other.
Because the woman on the right looks like just the younger form of the woman on the left.
Yeah, it looks
Also-
like her from like the 60s or something.
Yeah. Oh, I just realized this too. Like, they both have the same letter for their first and last names.
DC and
CC,
HH, yeah.
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 Mm.
It's the alliteration election.
Wow, it was. I didn't realize it was that extreme.
Whoa.
Yep,
Wow, that's a slam dunk.
pretty much. And you see, Jim here, he had already bowed out of the
Embarrassing.
race, but he didn't get there in time to take his name off the docket. So.
So he stole votes from Heather that she could have
Probably
won with
more
those
from
votes.
Heather, yeah. It still wouldn't have made a difference.
Mm.
But yeah, no, whatever. Like, she says she's going to be more. She's going to stand up more for everyone, and that includes trans people, which is nice in Ireland. Hell of a long distance from the time when the church used to run us. Now it's kind of vibes and sense of.
Oh yeah, Ireland used to be so like aggressively Catholic.
Oh yeah, everyone knows about the whole pedophile priest stuff. That was the tip of the iceberg. They used to control the media. They would have deep ties to the banks. It was pretty much a theocracy since I think the 60s onwards, and then in the 90s we just kind of went nah. We're kind of done with all that. There wasn't like a huge protest or anything. It just sort of all dropped off, which is great if other countries in the world could maybe look into that. That'd
A
be
bit
kinda cool.
crazy that it could happen that rapidly, but good for y'all.
It happened so quickly. We didn't even realize that one day the church was pure toothless. It was beautiful.
Only America can try to do something like that. Even though we don't have like a church technically running us, but it's like
Ironically enough,
we could use a.
the Catholic Church is not a fan of Trump right now. So at the very least,
Oh yeah, and even a lot of, like the right wing here in the U.S. is kind of like, fuck the Catholics, they're a bunch of wokies and this.
Oh,
They're
Nick
kind of
Fuentes and what was it Vatican 2.0? Yeah, them. Yeah. Chesh knows what I'm talking about. That rebranding bullshit.
Yeah.
I haven't like seen
I
the
don't-
actual clips. I've been hearing about that, and I'm just like, oh my fucking god, they are just that desperate to try to not like be tied to like what the tiniest little sliver of quote woke. It's just so pathetic.
You keep cutting out,
I mean-
by the way, once in a while. You kind of get muffled.
I don't know what
Yeah.
you're doing, man.
Yeah, it gets super muffled now and then. It's weird.
Hmm.
Maybe your connection is just wonky. I don't know. But as far as this Vatican stuff goes, like, how big of a warning sign is it when there's a religion that not only like owns their own for like why does a religion need to have a capital city in the first place, and why does religion get to own a country and an army? What the fuck?
Yeah.
Well, that's
Well,
like more
I just-
historical than anything else. That just the government and the church used to be like one thing, right? Because it
Yeah.
was a thing that sort of united the people and had like spiritual leaders, et cetera, et cetera. So it's more like a historical holdover than like anybody took time to decide that this was the case.
All right, let's see what this is first and all.
I know that they have like so many random like treasures
But-
and shit like that in the Vatican where it's like it hasn't been seen for like thousands of years, and it's like why can't we just like I don't know let people see this shit instead of hiding it away forever. Like, cause I know the Vatican
Yeah.
has endless fucking troves of different treasures and random things and shit where no one's seen for like hundreds or even like 1,000+ years.
Well,
Because
most of the Vatican is open to the public in that regard, but
yeah,
it's not their treasures that like there's not like tons of jewels and like gold coins and
well,
shit.
yeah,
It's all in
you
bank
kind of know what I
accounts.
meant. I rephrased it wrong, but you know,
Yeah. And their bank accounts are heavily sealed. They have bullshit reasons why, but the Vatican's banker is kind of one of the most important jobs in the world because he knows where all the magical slush fund money goes to.
mm,
And I know a lot of conspiracy theories go absolutely nuts about that. No, it will just be to cover up many scandals. That's it. There's no aliens, there's no nothing. It is just good old fashioned horrible corruption. We don't need it to be too complicated with that. But like I don't know, I I think organized religion as like a leftover from previous generations, it kind of easily could be fulfilled on the ground level by just like having more tighter communities without the religious side of it. Like you
Yeah,
want to
for
you
sure.
want
It's
stuff to go on. Oh, go on.
Also,
it's
this
not that
this
easy.
GIF is so distracting.
I didn't say it was easy, but if you needed to like swap out, say it makes me feel like I'm part of something bigger than myself. Okay, have you considered about maybe cleaning up your local town more? Have you thought about maybe helping to improve the lives of people who are really struggling? Um,
I the thing is, okay, and maybe I'm off base on this, and you can let me know if you think I'm wrong. The There's an issue when it comes to like getting people to agree on a thing. And so like the reason religion works so well is because everybody has been convinced to agree about the thing. Right? So like there's a unifying thing. You don't have that type of unifying thing in like that kind of dogmatic way if you're just like, but just help poor people. Like, no. like it's not you're not because they're you're not going to be able to agree on how to do it. You're not going to be able to agree on like in what way, yada yada yada, who's going to pay for it, yada yada yada. People are already resistant to that to begin with. So like the reason churches and religious sects work like that is because they're already on board with X or Y in the first place.
then make the religion have it as one of their tenets to be not just helpful
They
like
do.
generic, they do, but only on like small nebulous ways. Make it set in stone that you have to give a tremendous amount of your time and wealth to make the world a better place. That way, they if they want to be good whatever religion, let's create something up out of the blue. Zentons. To be good Zentons, you need to give a tremendous about your free time and money into it. That will cut away all the posers, like say the Nick Fuentes of the Zentons, who goes on and on about complaining about how the religion used to be a lot better when we only had to what when it was always the same. Like you can set it in stone. That's what Islam tried to do, and then look what happened to it. It broke up into numerous religions, like all religions tend to do. So it I don't know if it would work, but if we're talking like hypothetical, a religion that would just be borderline just a giant charity, just a big giant welfare charity, and wrap it up in religion so they can get that spiritual element to it. But yeah, I mean, try to convince that many people to do it and see how many show up, you know? Like, I'm not an idiot. I do
yeah.
It
know that wouldn't happen, but it's a nice idea.
I want to at least add, like, I do think it's a possibility because at least here in the U.S., because of how like religion is so intertwined in a lot of various communities and stuff. Because Chesh ain't wrong. Like I've seen, like when like visiting my family in Texas, for example, I've seen like a lot of these churches that will actually like have like once a month, maybe like little food bank charity stuff where people in the community come together and donate food, bring a little food out. I mean, it's not like a full food bank kind of situation, but enough to help out people that need it kind of thing. And I've seen like driving by like these places where there's like kids playing outside while the parents are in, getting food, whatever. So there's like definitely like a drive towards that for sure, but I think a lot of it's really how do we like connect people in a way where we look past just like our local communities, but also like our neighboring communities, and even to the state. Like you just have to start small, sure. And I know there is definitely like a move, and there is already been like something like that, but it's really the polarization, especially of the politics of, unfortunately, of it all, that really I think drives so much of what divides a lot of people away from like, oh well, the church doesn't agree with being gay and this and that, and you think your church does, blah, 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 you're all sinners over there. There's so much of this division over tiny minutia bullshit, and like you were saying, Rev, like that's how so many different sects have grown. Like that's why you have like Calvinists, Methodists, Lutherans, et cetera, et cetera. Like, and even like if you go like less than a mile, there's like 5 churches of like, and all of them are different sects, and they all have their own little things going on, even though they
I've
all
driven through
kind
those
of
tiny
have this.
towns in the Midwest and all those little
Yeah,
churches that
yeah.
have like 14, 15 churches. Meanwhile, we got 600 people here. We have one little tiny chapel. And no one, most people don't even go to it because that's how the Catholic Church is right now, dying. And
Yeah.
like,
As it should be.
yeah.
If
Like,
you want to have something like that, part of it is marketing. So, like, if you can get the
Mhm.
church on board with your local government in your local area, then you might be able to start looking at getting things done. Like, not because the church should be doing anything with the let's say the say there's like a homeless shelter or a food bank, but having the church doing their drives the way they're doing their drives and working together with the city to make sure that gets donated in a more effective
yeah,
way
yeah.
is useful.
Yeah.
But if you need to market it in a way that like is valuable to people, but part of that also comes from the education system, your school. Where's your high school? What's your high school doing? What's the junior high doing? Are we getting used to this? We got to get rid of Oscar the Grouch. We can't have kids be familiar with homeless people.
Right. Like,
Mhm.
I was so shocked when I went to New York and I saw all those anti-homeless like benches that are, or like even corners in like little
Yeah.
alcoves would just have spikes going out of them. It was wild. And then when I went out to the Midwest, the only time you wouldn't see stuff like that would be when they're clearly just abandoned and no one cared. So it was like I saw someone in the chat talk about Snap. Yeah, obviously the government aid should come first. I mean, I come from a country that has some very strong social safety nets. Nothing like Scandinavia or anything like that. But I partake, and our money's going up next year. Not by much, but just a little bit. And we have a thing called a housing list where you put yourself on, and eventually, in theory, you can get yourself a house somewhere in Dublin or Galway or any of the major towns and cities around the country. And everyone has a state
Like,
pension, and it's not bad. It's not bad. And
I'm thinking, how much do we has similar shit going on here? And that sounds like just a
it's
baseline.
really big compared to even some places in Europe proper. Like everyone always
It's a
points to
really low
Scan.
bar.
Yeah, and it pays back. For example, where do you think they're going to
Yes.
spend all that money? On the economy. They're going to put it back into your own economy. They're not going to hoard it in huge troves like the way Elon does, where he's about to become the first
Well,
trillionaire. Well, none of that money's
it's
going
like when
back
you
in.
do school lunches, right? For every like dollar you spend on school lunches, you end up with like 50 to you end up getting like dividends back into your economy because now you have a successful kid that didn't flunk out and fail school or die because they were hungry,
Yeah,
right?
school lunches are one of the best examples of
Yeah.
something that at first glance you're like, how does that help? And then you see schools that do have school lunches and those that don't from houses and such. I saw from. Does anyone watch TED? The TED Talk
Like,
channels or TED
Once in a
there's
while,
Ed?
yeah.
a direct person that has benefited from free and reduced lunches, like throughout my educational career when I was growing up. Like, without it, there are definitely days and maybe even weeks where I probably wouldn't really eat, just because of it happened. But because of the free and reduced lunches, that Oregon at least had as a program. I don't know if like the entire country does. I just know that Oregon does. Like it helped like with just making sure that I was able to eat and making sure that I had at least something in my belly while I was going to school.
Yeah, you I don't think we've ever got that poor in my life, but I was, well, I suppose when I was homeless, I was that poor. But even then, food was never really that much of a problem. Good food could be a little bit tricky to find, but like actual stuff to
Yeah.
fill you up, not really much of a problem. And now that's less of a problem these days. But my roommate, his family was at times a little rough, and his dad fed into a co-op, and that co-op would have schemes for people who needed it, and he'd come back with like a big sort of like Apple box of all these different items, and apparently it was the difference of whether or not they had something in the fridge that week for a little while. Uh,
Oh,
these are the sort of like schemes that America could live off. But at this point now, you guys are about to get no schemes at all.
yeah, because our entire administration is like basically literally being like, let them eat cake right now with this fucking
Oh no,
retarded
no,
ass ballroom.
cake are for people who go to Trump's new ballroom.
Oh,
Did you see it? The design of it? It's clearly like not full. No one really took it to like an architect who spend more than 5 seconds looking at it. Um, we should could as students to specialize. I often wonder how many people with the same potential as Einstein were lost to manual labor. Now, first of all, you can do both. You can have. I think Einstein did work a little bit of manual labor back in the day. I know he was a teacher in a patent office, dude. But point is, like, you can do both. But yeah, like a lot of people who don't get the chances are kind of lost in the hustle, while other people who don't deserve it because of nepotism do get the chance and squander it, like all the fail sons who get into crypto and shit. Um, a lot of them aren't all that midwits. That's what I've been hearing them called. Like they're not apps. They're not me level dumb, but they're dumb enough that they wouldn't be at the position that they are. If Daddy wasn't wealthy and had that little trust fund and like this this has been the problem since kind of recorded history. Like, nepotism takes over quickly, but geez, I don't think we've ever had it this bad. Short of like just a like royalty, like back in the time of like the Middle Ages
yeah.
and shit, where we just expected that the Lord's son would become the next Lord. Uh,
The gap is very large and it's getting worse and it will continue to get worse for a while.
and
Especially at this rate, how it's been going. It's I don't think
Mm.
there's been a time in history where it's accelerated to this degree. Like with how bad it's been. Like I know that for a fact. Like it's especially with like how bad wealth inequality and like dreams in times past and like pivotal moments, even like with shit like the Magna Carta or whatever. It's like it's never been like this. At any point.
uh,
Like it's
Yeah.
definitely like an unprecedented time just because of how massive this shift is, in comparison to how it has been. It definitely needs to be kind of like in a weird way, like a test of like how much is people willing to like try to bring it back or at least will it and just stop it, basically.
here, we were talking about it. We might as well. Boop. Um, I don't know. I thought that might have been interesting, but it's nothing much. Uh, boop boop. So honestly, like I can see why this latest generation, was it Gen Alpha, they're the most anxious generation ever. Like, can you blame them at this point now? It really does seem like there's like no hope, and I think that's why so many have become like doomer and just like listless. But
Like, especially not thinking about the long term of like what future they have and stuff. Like, it's like, because even I sometimes think about that occasionally, being like, look, what, even if I, am stable and this and that, like, what's the, it's like shit. I mean, even like Zoomers like me are having to like reflect on this sometimes. In a way. At least for the older Zoomers, we're a little better off, I guess, quote unquote. But even then,
Much Hyperion. I'm from the 80s, and it was bad there too. The only difference is we didn't know it. And Krendar's properly 80s.
Yes, I was born in the 70s, which means that my childhood was the 80s.
And every generation has a level of like worry and stuff like that. But context, hindsight is 2020. So we won't know just what the damage of these past few years are going to be until at least a few decades from now, maybe even a century or two from now, when a future historian can point and go, a lot of historians say around about here is when, and then they'll fill the blank in of probably something
All
rather
went
horrific.
wrong.
Yeah, the second great collapse, or the first great collapse, or the second American Civil War, or the first world revolution, or something big.
That's what I call it when I got diagnosed with STDs, the Great Clap.
Hey, if you're gonna get them, make sure you get the whole. Do like a Pokemon gym badge thing, and just have the whole list.
STDs, gotta catch them all.
If you want to know the vibe of a generation, all you really need to look at is their like what is the theme of their TV, like their common TV shows. So like the
Syphilis, I choose you.
for example, or what's the state of their sci-fi and fantasy? Because that's usually going to give you a pretty good indication of like the thought process of like who's doing what and why and what their shtick is, what's the deal, right? And so if you look at and you go and ask kids, and you can look at older newspapers and reports and journals that were like they would go around to schools and ask kids, hey, what do you think about X, Y, and Z? And they'd ask like teenagers basically about what you think your future is going to be, and what do you think is going to be, what's the world going to be like in 20 whatever the fuck. And if you compare what they were saying then to what kids, and like it also depends on where you look, right? The United States is going to be particularly different at the moment compared to like Russia or China or Canada or Australia. Like you're going to get different vibes, but it'll give you at least an indication of kind of what the mindset is.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh yeah, in the 90s and early 2000s, I was obsessed with Stargate, which shows China. This is from Matched Hyperion in the chat. We even let them build spaceships. That was a part of a wider thing that some economic futurist from Japan dubbed the end of history, and he regretted calling it ever since, because he postulated that after the Soviet Union collapsed, everything would just become like get along and nice. We could all work out our differences with a good old dollop of diplomacy, and technology would fill in the rest. And like all the bad things, all the dictators would drop off, all the religious problems would drop off. It was pure fantasy. Just because the Soviet Union went away, if anything, you could argue that it's more tense now, in some respects. I mean, I don't remember constantly fearing nuclear Armageddon, but until Putin started to rattle his cage, in the back of my mind, what if he just went crazy one day?
Rattle his saber. He's not in a cage.
He feels like he's in a cage, that's for sure.
I feel like we're in a cage.
Yeah, but in Europe we definitely do. That's definitely a vibe, especially the more east you go, until you're right up at the border of his little tiny empire, which happens to be the biggest country in the world, but that's beside the point.
I know lately too. I don't know if you guys been hearing about it, but like I know like in Munich for some reason there's been like these weird drones where the airport's been shut down.
Happened in Copenhagen a few weeks ago.
And I've been seeing a lot of that. Yeah, that was like a couple weeks ago, but there's been like off and on little like drone shit going on, like in Poland, Germany, and at least with some of it, no one exactly knows what it is. No, I think no, but like a lot of it is obviously just kind of like testing, the defenses almost of like what Europe, or NATO broadly is, going to do if
They did send the
something that
jets over
will refund
Estonia
funds or something.
and Poland, but I mean, like, the thing is that
Mhm.
Russia's kind of fucked itself, as all fascists do. Their plans fucked themselves in the
Of
ass.
course. Yeah.
They wanted Ukraine not to be closer to Europe. It's now a part of NATO, and so is Sweden, which stayed out of NATO during the Cold War. Now it's a part of NATO. Like it's kind of hilarious to
Isn't
think that,
like
like,
Finland almost about to get into NATO too as well? Because I know
yeah,
the
that
historically
would be
those two
extra
have been at
wild. Um,
yeah.
I
I think the only reason
really
why like Finland hasn't is really just because of like the tension that it could bring, I think, or something. I think that's the only reason why they haven't yet.
I think mostly
Like,
that
well,
Finland didn't join NATO was because they were always terrified of Russia attacking, but now they can see what happens when Russia attacks. It fails.
yeah.
Like it's shown its full
I mean,
ass.
Finland's been pretty aware, I guess would be the word I would use, of how problematic Russia
Well,
is. Like, I
yeah,
don't
the
think
whole
Yeah, and
Winter
that's
also
War, yeah.
historically, Russia has never had any success trying to invade or attack Finland,
No, it
especially if
did
you want to think
technically
about like the
win
Winter War.
the Winter War. It's just that it did it over mountains of dead.
Yeah, like
So
and I think it is actual like fact where like they only gained enough land to literally basically bury all their dead, basically, and that includes
yeah,
like even on the Finnish side,
that's
Albany died. It's like
there's
wild.
several reasons why Stalin didn't annex Finland, but mostly it was because, yeah, it kind of reminded him that, oh, shooting your entire officer corps, and then starting a war, probably not a good idea.
Like purge, yeah.
Yeah, but that's history. Right now, Finland is doing something. Finland, the Baltics, Poland especially is doing something that the rest of Europe really has to start considering: arming, and not American arming,
Oh,
arming itself.
Yeah,
they're
like
already
investing in their
well
own.
into that.
Yeah,
That's not. Yeah, no. The
No, we are
rearmament of
not. We're not, and
the
that's something we've been
EU,
talking.
there is a massive push that's going
I mean,
on that has
Ireland
started at the
specifically.
beginning of this year. That as soon as Trump got into office, that it's just the whole. It's an entire push that is just the global rearmament of the EU.
Yeah,
So like
but it's very
Ireland in
slow.
particular is in a little bit of a weird spot because Ireland is split in two and Brexit happened.
That is not how we see it because we were always neutral. We've always been like a little Switzerland, and now we're wondering, is that over now? And a lot of people don't like that idea because it means we might be open to
Well,
attack. But I don't see
I
how
don't
we
I,
could
I
be
don't
attacked.
I don't think I
yeah.
understand
There's
what you mean. Well, when
Oh
I say that like the Ireland is not part of the EU anymore, correct?
no! Where did you hear that?
Right.
No. We are a part of the EU. We use the
Did
euro.
you not leave the EU as part of Brexit?
Northern
Half
Ireland
of
did.
Ireland?
Northern
Northern
Ireland,
Right, yeah, so
Ireland.
because
half
they
of
Yeah,
are the
Ireland, so you've
British, but
got, that's
not
what I
Ireland.
mean. Ireland is in two.
quarter.
You've got part of Ireland and other part of Ireland, right?
Yeah, and no one. Northern Ireland does its own thing based on what London wants it to do. We're our own country,
Yeah, you've got Northern Ireland, and then you've got real Ireland.
kinda.
Right,
Uh,
right. So you've got half of
Not really big
Ireland
Ireland, and then they
that
got
is
big one.
part of the
EU.
rearmament of
No,
Europe
we
because
haven't. We haven't signed
that is
off
an
on that yet.
E. You guys,
No,
but what do you mean you have? I don't know what
as
you mean
far
when
as
you
I'm
say you haven't
aware,
signed
we
off
haven't
on it.
signed off on it. I'm gonna because okay. So basically, the EU has to. The EU meets up in Brussels, right? And then they put forward requests, never demands, but requests to the other countries in the EU.
Yeah.
And then we have to agree or disagree. That's what caused Brexit in the first place, over the whole stupid way London approached its immigration policy, which was like, ew, no, no, everyone takes in people. It's you got to do it. It's fine. Except then they left. They took their ball and left home. But that doesn't affect us when it comes down to our rearmament. We've always been a neutral country. We didn't get involved in World War Two. Now, as far as I'm aware, maybe we are starting to look into it, but I don't think it's been performed at all because that would be probably a plebiscite. Is Ireland rearming? Well, I suppose we never were armed in the first place. You see our army anyway; it's a fucking joke. Is Ireland rearming? Boop. Ireland backs. Aha! Okay, so you are actually we
I'm
are
not
increasing
crazy,
it.
you're crazy. Ireland
Okay,
backs
our
$150
50
billion
million dollar
defense
plan.
plan.
Yes. Okay, fair enough. I don't remember anyone talking about this. This is weird. Ireland will
Well,
use
shit.
membership of the EU military procurement plan to focus on getting artillery, cyber, and air defense systems and new personnel carriers. That's fair. I still think we need a fucking air force before we think of doing anything, but yeah, okay.
I mean,
I
yeah,
don't
whatever
know.
order
What
you want to do
what
things
the
in,
hell?
but the
Yeah, we don't have an air
EU is
force.
doing
We have
a
an air corps.
massive rearmament push that is being a lot funded by Germany and a lot pushed forward by Poland
Yep.
and incredibly heavily backed up by Canada and France.
Yep. I know Italy was kind of on the fence because of its kind of right wing approach.
Italy's always on the fence. When is Italy ever not on the fence? Italy
Well,
lives on the
Well,
fence.
for real, yeah. Like, when is it? We're not.
I think the last time it agreed to anything was letting America build that huge naval base in Italy. I think they all kind of got together and was like, kickbacks? Yes, please.
Ooh,
um,
slush fund America's here? Fuck yeah.
yeah. Uh, but
I'm
no,
not crazy. You're
I
crazy.
didn't
I've been
say
talking
you
about this
were
for a while. That's
crazy.
why I'm like, I've
Really?
been.
No,
I didn't say you were crazy. I just said I don't think that's what's true because I didn't hear about it because that usually gets a lot of debate going in people, and instead, I know there was something about the term limits of our soldiers that was being brought up a lot. But whether or not we want to increase the limits on it, the thing is though, like we'll probably never put boots in the ground like task force and shit, but we'll probably supply resources and like anti-air stuff. I like I said, cyberware. Imagine we're going to produce drones. That would be kind of interesting. A whole drone industry in Ireland. Irish drones, hell yeah. Um, but it's like that's yeah, that's fine. Like I'm all for it. I don't like Putin. I kind of wish his guards would be the bravest people in the world right now. You know, it's not it's not very complicated for them to just turn around, turn their safeties off, and save their motherland. But they don't see it like that, and that's the problem. Even though a million of them are now dead in Ukraine, and they haven't taken it yet. Fuck yeah. Um, but oh, like I do want us to move away from needing America because, as Trump's pointed out, we can't always rely on America. And
a lot of good is in the way, at least for a long time. But now that paradigm is shifting, and even like, even in a weird way, if it's not necessarily quote beneficial for someone like me, I don't really care. I do think the world and Europe and just in general, like people need to like branch away from the U.S. As like the sole like reliance, when it comes to economics, military,
one
diplomacy.
hundred
Like,
percent, of
yeah,
course,
we can't just be seen as the world super like because we need to be a nation among nations, not like a nation over nations. Being like, well, we're the big
it doesn't
bad
help
now,
that you
buddy.
are the reserve currency though, so that causes some
I
problems.
know. So
Um,
I hate that. It's so fuck.
How could you do that to us, Ignar?
yeah,
I
Ignar
know why.
specifically, you're the well,
Couldn't
you
help
are the
it.
only American here,
I
so
couldn't help it, folks. I couldn't
Yeah,
help it.
only American in this call right now.
I
I'm
think that there's something to be said about like I don't think you're wrong about the issue with the reserve, but I think moving away from like American centrism is a good idea, and I think that's actually going to be ultimately healthy for America and Americans. Like for people who
Oh,
live in the US,
absolutely. Yeah.
it's going to be painful, but it will be better for you in the long run.
yeah,
On the
Oh,
other
absolutely.
hand, I am sitting on a timer where I am waiting. I am just waiting for how long it's going to take for Donald Trump to start printing money. So you guys know what happened in Venezuela and like Greece when they,
Oh, yeah.
screwed themselves. That's what's going to happen in the United States. The big beautiful bill is taking on so much debt. And then on top of it, it's the debt ceiling has been breached basically at this point. And if it's not breached yet, it's going to be. And so you've got an issue where okay, great, we are now spending more money than we are making in our GDP. Now we have to pay interest, and that interest is now more than we're making. And so what are you gonna do? And the answer is well, the only thing you can do, print money. That is 100%
Yeah.
what Trump is going to do, and it's going to be very bad. Like, it's not a good thing that's happening, but like that's the matter of time. If you're planning on leaving the United States, yeah, it's a bad mojo, man.
Yeah, I mean, especially like with, I mean, because like you were saying at the very beginning, like with it's going to be healthier in the long run, because like in a way it will help pressure, like us to actually like bring more manufacturing back here, like actually like try to be self-reliant again instead of outsourcing everything. And in a weird fucked way, like the more money printing and stuff that's going to happen eventually because of the big bullshit is, when it comes to slush fund with the ballroom, like it's all going to compound to a point where it's just going to outright burst, and not like the Great Depression or like the Great Recession of '08. Like it's gonna burst, and it's gonna be fucking.
Yeah.
Oh, the AI tech bubble
Yeah.
alone is like so much bigger than the tech the dot bubble that went back
like
in the early 2000s.
That bubble, and also like in America, like how there's like the great financial housing crisis that happened in '08. Now we're having that with like cars and shit. Like young people like my age, can't like finance a car and shit. And honestly,
you can't even get them second
most people
hand
my
as
age are
much anymore, can you? Like used cars.
Yeah, we don't. Yeah, because
they're all taken off the market.
We do. Like we'll just buy them secondhand. Yeah. But then, because then you got people on like the marketplace on Facebook or Craigslist, whatever, and but even then, that is starting to get harder to do, because we would always get like secondhand, someone just selling off their old car, get a new one, because that's a big fat market, especially in Portland. But now that's even getting harder to do. I mean, not as far yet, but even that's becoming a little trickier, because I've been for a while, looking at least maybe get like a van or something like that can kind of like semi-convert into like a little camper travel thing or something. But like especially the more lately that I look for something like that, the harder it seems like it gets. I'm just like, oh god, and I'm not even like ready to finance something like that quite yet. And it's like, fuck. Like, I mean, it seemed like I should have just jumped the gun like sooner when it came to something like that, to be honest. Even if it might have put me a little bit at the time, because it's like now it seems like it's a little trickier at this point.
Yeah, you're at the point where it's like, who cares about getting a car at this point? I'm trying buying a house. I can't even get a car. Like,
speaking of
what are we doing?
Speaking of the AI bubble, I just saw a thing about it says EA's AI game development tools are apparently so bad that it's costing more money to fix their mistakes.
Yeah, well, that's EA for you. So
yeah. That's EA and many others.
That reminds me, I want to send like a little screen tech, because I was watching a DFAT Pride the other day. They had like they were pulling an article where even AI is literally starting to suffer with fucking brain rot. I don't know the exact.
AI is brain rot.
Well, what happens is that AI, when you have like something like Midjourney, for example, and you have like these ones that are just scraping anything off the internet, they're not checking. And the problem is like whatever goes in the box is whatever comes out of the box. So AI is now data scraping itself, which is already junk. So even if it scrapes good stuff, it spits out garbage and then it scrapes back in its garbage, and it's just a cesspool that just gets worse and worse and worse and worse and worse.
Yep.
Exactly.
It's a negative feedback.
Yeah, because the headline of that article is training AI on brain rot content causes lasting cognitive damage for AI. And it's like, and it was already bad with that, and now it's like, it's starting to filter and learn our like brain rot media, and it's already bad enough as it is when it came to that shit. And now it's like, holy fuck, it is like to a point where now it's like even I'm like, goddamn, we need to deal something about AI now at this point, because I used to be generally pretty supportive of that, but like, we can't really do that until we solve this problem, honestly, at this point.
Well, there's a difference between there's different kinds of machine learning, right? There are machine learning that can be really, really, really good, and there's machine learning that can be really, really, really bad, right? So it's just a matter of like whether or not you're using the tool properly. Art is not a good way to use generative AI. It's not a good way to use machine learning. Data, like analyzing and graphing massive amounts of like medical data, that's useful.
Oh,
Let's
Yeah.
use machine learning to do something that requires human creativity. Good idea.
Right.
holy
Ding
smokes.
ding ding. Here's your fucking sign.
Um, I do like that for now at least. Every time that they try, especially Gronk, every time it tries to be forced to make right wing claims into reality, it sucks at it so bad or just outright denies it and then immediately goes back to saying it and then denying it again and be like, sorry, I was trained on these lies. Anyway, would you like some more lies? You know, like it doesn't
Yeah.
understand. And of course, Elon being, a white nationalist, is very angry at Gronk. But pretty soon they'll work out those details, and then it will just be all lies or all whatever, even just gibberish, and people will just take it at face value. Or something I've been hearing more and more about, a Luddite response where no one will believe anything that they see anymore.
Well, it's AI is being sold to AI, right?
Yeah, the
It's
dead
like
internet theory.
it's the death of the internet, yeah.
Yeah. Also, I've heard another good theory that pretty soon there will be two internets. There will be the app internets, and then there'll be the website internets. And only humans really go on the
Yeah.
websites, and the apps will be all
Yeah.
full of AI bots and,
Hmm.
and like blue check mark motherfuckers. So echo
Yeah.
chambers of whatever is what they're trendy. And of course, unless it's naturally growing, it will collapse in on itself. AI as
Right.
a medium for wealth is currently struggling to get a foothold. Like up to now, it's been constantly being invested in, but now as people realize what exactly is this doing to benefit us, people are slowly starting to turn off from it. But then corporations are the sunk cost fallacy. They're too into it, and they think, oh, this next innovation will be the one that will justify us letting go all these people. No, you still need
Yeah.
hands to make things work. You still need a human brain. And when that happens, that's when the bubble will burst, big time. And it won't be like when the NFTs crashed. It will be an astronomically large amount of money. And how the world's economy will happen, because it'll happen in America first. And when that happens, fuck me, I don't think we know what's coming in that regard. It will be like just
I
one day
wouldn't even
your
know what that would
bank
look like.
accounts will
Holy
just be
shit.
empty. They will, or your bank won't even be open. And from there on out, fuck me, like Christ, jobs will just shut
Maybe
down
saving money
businesses.
in a mattress is probably the best way to start saving money
Why,
now.
when the money will be worthless? We better start. I know this is kind of like entering into prepper shit, but have you thought about magical things
Oh,
like
gold and
beads
silver,
and
gold standard.
rice?
Yeah, that too. Yeah.
You can't have rice. That's foreign.
No.
Can't have none of that comic China
So
rice.
you say that when for a fact that there will be at least some people from the south of the states listening. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think if that's foreign, they latched onto that fairly quickly. Um,
Can't be having them Asians up in here.
well, you know what? Hot take. As much as I love white rice, get yourself some brown rice. It's healthier for you.
Brown rice is
Oh
tasty,
yeah.
actually.
That's
Depends how
why
you
it's been a
cook
hot
them. You
take.
have to
That's
cook them a little longer, but yeah, it's a lot better taste
yeah.
when done right.
Or wild rice.
Mm-hmm.
Wild rice is good.
Yeah, raw rice is nice. I've tried
Yeah.
cauliflower rice. Yeah, that's a good alternative. I hear it's all right.
I mean that's just actual cauliflower, but that is a good low carb option. I've had quote unquote cauliflower rice. It's good.
Yeah,
I like cauliflower.
not a huge fan. I don't hate cauliflower, but I don't love it either. And in Ireland, that's borderline
Mm.
blasphemy. Um,
Wait, why?
oh,
Do
because
guys have a cauliflower thing going on?
yeah, especially on like Sunday meals, your veg. It isn't just spuds. A lot of cabbage, a lot of cauliflower. The
Okay,
smell of
saying
it.
it isn't just spuds. That's the real heresy right there.
Well, spuds are amazing, but spuds are the center. I mean, hell, growing up, it was more bread than anything. It was
Mm.
a big loaves of white and proper brack brown bread. Hell yeah.
I mean, let's be honest. Potatoes are just round bread that grows out of the earth.
True. Earth bread. Uh,
Mm.
but and hell, I go and have potato bread sometimes. Proper Irish potato
Yeah.
farls. They are just gorgeous.
See, the French don't understand. They think potatoes are apples. That's crazy.
Well, the French think a lot of wrong things.
They
Um,
do.
all right. So I
They are right about one thing though. They cook a lot of sauces with their food, so I'll give them that.
yeah. All right. Well, let's read a bit of this. Resultant study yet to be peer reviewed. Not a good sign. But its findings suggest the AI sense of reasoning and conceptual understanding declines as it is trained on brain rot material. Basically, the researchers fed LLMs viral or clickbaity posts from X, formerly Twitter, found that it essentially started to abandon parts of their thinking process. It makes sense because at the end of the day, it's always just trying to promote things that it thinks that you will want. It has no idea. That's how you can train it to say the most horrific shit.
Well, it doesn't even necessarily
It's
do that. It uses collective like, hey, lots of people liked this response, so I'm guessing.
Mm.
Right.
yeah, because it can't really think anything anyway. But
Right.
and it's not wrong either because the kids do love their brain rot.
The
Sure.
kids do love their brain rot.
Thing about brain rot is that like
There's brain
we
rot about brain rot now.
yeah. Um I realized something was wrong in that regard when I started seeing that trend of like videos from TikTok that would have someone talking, but there would always have to be something like half the footage of it. Like that game where they're on the rail looking
But
after the
even
coins and shit.
yeah, like it might not even be footage of what they're talking about at all. It's like there's that game you're talking about, or maybe Minecraft going on, but they're just talking about
Or a bit of
something
like a loaf
totally
of bread
unrelated.
getting
Yeah.
cut up into 4 pieces, then 8 pieces, then
Yeah.
12 pieces.
Well,
Or just like weird random
Yeah.
like aesthetic stuff where it's like you're
that's
just
what that Indian
finishing
girl is mocking, right? When she's
Yeah.
doing her
I
fake
know
cooking.
somebody. I know that
Yeah.
somebody. I can't remember who it is, but somebody that I talk to on a regular basis thinks that has a fan theory or a headcanon that one of the reasons why like the United States is like exporting a very special kind of stupid is because of all the lead paint.
I like
Like
the
they
That's
actually
idea.
like people of a specific age have been around too much lead paint for a long period of time. So
I've
like they
heard
think
that
that there's like a
theory.
special kind of brain rot. Yeah.
I'd be
well,
more
I mean, because it goes
terrified of
beyond
like
just like the brain rot stuff. I mean, the whole like lead thing, like, it just goes beyond that. Like, there really, I think, is a genuine thing to this because, like, we know the lead literally does like cognitively and like mentally and intellectually like stunts you and shit and like fucks you up and neurologically. Like, we know that lead does that, and we know
Yeah.
that there's just a segment of our population, after a certain point, and yeah, they're old as fuck, where they were just heavily exposed to lead gas, leaded paint. It was just like
or
a
all the
part around them.
asbestos in the walls.
Yeah.
Like that
Asbestos,
too will
yeah, that's
fuck with
another
you.
thing that was a big thing. Yeah.
Hell yeah. Even Assassin's Creed knows this. I remember there being an Assassin's Creed quest line about a man who was losing his mind, going absolutely crazy because he was drinking from a lead chalice and he's slowly lead poisoning himself.
Yep.
I
Mhm.
remember they used to market lead water and lead as it had a lovely sweet
Hmm.
taste. You know,
Something something something
Oh
Flint,
yeah.
Michigan.
yeah.
Yep.
Or hell, what you were talking about on DFF there, Chesh, how people feel like all they need to do is just win, even if they're talking bullshit. They just need
Well,
to
they
feel
think
good.
they equate winning not necessarily with being correct, but with sticking to your guns regardless of like as like an independent. I'm an independent thinker, therefore I can't intake any new
In
knowledge
many
from any reliable
ways,
source.
Yep.
libertarians are kind of winning out in that regard. Not in a financial state, but more in a sort of mindset state where like everyone is just atomizing into their little tiny bubbles of yes men, just so they can feel good about themselves.
So, yeah, I think that also
Yep.
depends on like where you look. I've seen like a lot more community focused stuff and like collectively focused stuff happening in Canada as opposed to like there has never been a more clear dichotomy between and a separation in like the way like ideology and culture between Canada and the United States than there has been right now.
Yeah.
That has made it
Oh
so
yeah.
Love
obvious.
to see it
Right?
too.
So Yeah, I
yeah,
mean, it's
even after America, I love
ultimately
to see it. I'm glad that y'all are uniting weirdly against us on this one. I
well,
love it.
well, the thing is I think what helps with that a little bit is that we're not really Canada isn't really upset about at like people in the United States. We're not
Oh
like we're
yeah,
not keen on
100%.
it,
It's actually,
but
if
we're not
anything, we
targeting
actually like
you.
sympathize. Yeah, we
Yeah.
sympathize and actually, feel the Canadian people and understand it. We're like, yeah, we're sorry about our government. It sucks, we know. We hate it too. Don't worry, guys. We're gonna fix it. We'll
Sorry,
I promise.
we're sorry. I'm sorry. There's like that's one thing too. Like I've listened to Canadians, like both like in my real life and online, talking about how it's just like, please stop apologizing to us. Just stop doing the thing.
Exactly. Yeah, that's
Please.
why,
If you
for
cease
someone like
doing the
me,
thing, we'll care less.
but
Right?
yeah, that's why I don't worry about like apologize. I'm just like, hey, I feel you too. I'm trying to do
Well,
something. What can you do?
that's
Yeah.
Like I'm
it's
not
such
really.
a it's such a dad move that's basically just I don't want you to be sorry. I just want you to be better.
Just do better.
Yeah, no
Yeah, that's
shit. Yeah, like
we're
Canada's like a
disappointed in
disappointed
you.
father right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. The disappointed adult in the
Mexico's
room.
just like the angry mom, down below, being like, shine bomb right now, being like, how dare you?
Being the
Yeah,
disappointed
yeah.
adult in the room is what it feels like to be Canada and live next to the US.
For real.
You know,
Special this year especially.
what I was thinking when earlier I said like future generations will have a term for whatever the fuck's going on now. I know one major cutoff. There were signs prior, but when the towers fell, America changed in so many little ways that
Oh,
it's
It
adding
did.
up to what's happening right
forever.
now.
It
It made them
fundamentally
so
changed so much.
paranoid. All their worst traits came out, and
Yeah.
I just
Those traits
Yeah.
were there before, but they got magnified.
yeah, Reagan bolstered them up, gave them like a big chest pumping post Vietnam. You guys are the best. And then the Soviet Union fell, and then the towers fell.
Yep.
And I miss
And
I
like,
miss 90s America because for 10 years you guys had it all. Did you have your problems? Fuck yes, you had your problems.
oh yeah.
But you were it looked like at times you were confronting them. Now that's lib
Hmm.
shit. Now that's woke shit. Now that's anti-American shit. No, America's nothing
Now
wrong
and
with
now
America.
now being a coward is lauded as like, and being ignorant is lauded as like the thing to be, and it's a
Or
really
submissive
weird.
to the man somehow, even
Toe
though
the
We
you're
don't need it.
line
a
to your corporate
Yeah,
overlord.
instead of being
yeah.
against the man, it's like bow down to Big Brother
Who
over here.
who even needs a Department of Education? Just close that down.
The
Yeah.
churches will
Yeah.
take care of that, and some of you don't even need to
Oh
learn to
yeah.
read or write. It's not like you're going to be working anyway.
Churches are famous for helping their people learn things rather than suppressing knowledge.
Yeah. Um,
Oh yeah, definitely.
oh, I saw one of the things that RFK's one of his bills was put forward.
Speaking of which,
They're going after
Oh, yay.
pasteurization.
oh, of course they are.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah. Oh my
Oh,
god. And it's all
I
conspiracy
didn't even hear about
theories.
that
It's
yet.
all
Oh
conspiracy.
no.
Drink your milk straight from the cow and nothing else.
Yeah.
You know
Didn't
what?
some
Yeah,
kid
you know
die
what?
from a
Fuck it. Why not
goat's
just get the
raw
cow
goat's
like
milk
right to
recently?
your fucking property,
Oh
and you
no.
just go take that udder, you just grab it like you fucking meat it, and just
Just
suck it up right
just
in the
Tom
udder,
Green
dude.
that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, just throw
And
that
didn't
udder
he
out.
get
Yeah.
sick after that? Like I think he honestly got
Probably.
ill. Yeah.
It
Oh,
builds
by
your
the
immune
way,
system. Don't worry about it. Forget about it. It builds your immune system.
Ignar, little piece of trivia for you. Tom Green lives here in my city,
What?
and he has
Really?
his
Wow.
own. He made his own, or he hired a brewery to create a special beer just for him.
Yep.
It's milk stout.
He also came out
Yep.
with a "This Is Canada" song
Yeah,
when
it
shit was
has.
getting weird.
But yeah,
Huh.
he had a beer made for him that has milk in it, and it's actually not bad. But it's
Interesting. I've had
also
milk
funny
stout
because that's part of the
before.
joke, right? It's because it's
Right,
all
yeah.
about his little
I
milk
have I've
stunt.
actually had milk stouts before. They're definitely not bad. So weird enough, if I see it, I might try it.
I've
No, I'm
also
not
had
ill.
I've also had vodka made from milk, and that was actually very smooth.
I've heard that's
I've
pretty
never heard.
nice.
Before.
Yeah, it's actually called vodka.
That's a good name.
But Okay, that sounds awesome. I might have to find some of that.
I recommend trying it out, and I'm not really a vodka fan in general, but this takes off the harsh edge of it.
Um, I honestly the more we've been talking, the more I feel a tad deflated, and I imagine that's what a lot of people feel like daily.
Mm.
But here's the
look at those
counter.
cookies.
You know, here's the thing: you can't ever let it get too bad. There's a nice balance between acknowledging shit's getting bad, I have to do something, like you, Ignar, getting off your arse and actually doing something, or focusing on yourself and just trying to make your life as nice as possible. Kind of like what I'm doing with my diet and exercise and drinking less. But at the same time, you know, some days are worse than others, and they always will be, and we all have to kind of band together. But not like what these pigs are doing.
Because this is my fucking city that they're doing this in. It's like,
Yeah.
this might not necessarily be my community right here in South Portland, but it's like, it's still my home. It's still my city. I grew up here. And it's like, and this shit's going on. It's like, I can't just sit aside, you know, letting it happen, you know?
Seriously.
And yeah, most nights are not insane. And usually it's during the day. It seems like guys want to pop off, but like, I actually, I don't know if you want to show up, but I did have an article about like what the Portland police were doing yesterday, because I actually, you know, even on stream, you know, have what they were doing a little bit. I even have a timestamp, I think, in my comments. But like last night, like, because usually the Portland police so far up until last night have been like standoffish in the sense of like they're not really directly going at ICE, you know, outright, but they're also like trying to maintain some level of peace so ICE doesn't go fucking haywire. But last night they collaborated with them to basically try to tear some of the camp down that's going on, because there's like an encampment going on, obviously, you know, with there at least like 10, 15 something people that are there, you know, with a little barbecue set up, shit like that. And like last night, you know, Portland police out of nowhere, there should be a timestamp in there that shows like like I was about to wrap it up near the end of it, and like I think like an hour 50 in somewhere, where they eventually show up. Oh yeah, I think it's 150. Yeah, it's 153. Like, I think that one. A little bit. Yeah, that one right there. Yeah.
Okay.
Because that's when I was about to.
Coach might be down for Duffman's. Oh, if we're all good. Yeah, I mean, I know Morton's actually over here. I saw him with an umbrella, so if anything, honestly, I'll probably wrap it here soon, and then we'll figure out all that. Oh, hi, PPB. Hello. You're so cute in your little yellow vests. You're so adorable. It's so cute. He's there.
Like that your phone audio sounds better here than you do in the call.
What the fuck are they doing?
Yeah.
What are they doing?
I know. I don't understand that. Yeah, that is so weird.
You sound. Is there anything muffling the back of your damn phone or something?
Like, that's the weird thing about it. I think it might just be the way Discord, like.
I think I know what it is. I think I know what it is. I think I can fix it for you.
Don't you dare blame me for this too, Goblin. It's not my
No,
fault.
I'm pretty sure if you go into your settings and then you go to your voice and video settings, and then you scroll down until you see where the option is to turn on and off push to talk.
Oh, the push to talk. Oh yeah.
Do you see the bar? Put that bar to 69.
Lewd.
Hey. 69.
Negative 69, sorry. Specifically.
Giggity.
Because it's probably the noise suppression that's cutting you out.
That could be it. Yeah, I think it. Oh, that might be it. Okay, that might have. There we go. I think I might have fixed it.
That's a little bit better.
A little bit better. Okay. Yeah.
Is it? No, not really.
You can turn down you can also turn down your, you might need to turn it a little higher or lower depending on what you need. You just want it to be green when you start talking. Short answer. But, you know.
Okay, I think maybe it might be a little better now. Hopefully.
We'll find out.
Time will tell.
Yep.
Time will tell.
They heard me, like, oh, hell no. Yeah, they're hella getting rained on. What are they doing?
Raid?
What are they
Never
doing?
heard of such a thing.
Oh wait,
So we
what
don't
the
really
fuck?
get like hellfire and
Yeah,
like burning
dude, seriously,
brimstone.
what
We
are
just
they
get
doing
flames.
now? What the fuck? What is going on? I'm kind of
Okay.
curious.
Are we watching how Ignar
I was
died
about
in a
to
minute
wrap it
here?
up,
Is
but
this,
never mind.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the reason he's so
Is,
muffled is that he's talking to us from purgatory right now. He's waiting
Yeah.
judgment.
Yeah, I'm literally,
Something's going on.
I'm literally in the purgatory, you know, scene right now. I'm actually a ghost.
It's a little bitter.
Follow all traffic laws correctly. Follow pedestrian laws correctly.
Blah, 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 blah.
On the sidewalk,
So what
please.
they're saying is basically just clear the traffic area in the street, you know, because they don't want people obstructing traffic and stuff, even though there really wasn't. But I think the main reason why they did this is because there's like a gigantic trailer that showed up and caused a bad traffic jam maybe like 5-10 minutes before this. And I think that gave them a reason to just be like, all right, we're out here now. On top of them kind of collaborating with ICE as well, because apparently that's
Seriously?
what happened, why they were here.
Really?
Keep standing in the street, blocking traffic. Okay. So from here on out,
Blah blah
My
blah.
bad,
Your
bad,
protest
bad,
is
bad.
inconvenient.
Right in the front. Because this guy literally had a fight with me. You know, when it came to like arguing about like my constitutional
No
rights, and
name?
he was
Really?
like, "Oh, you should."
453 badge number. 453 badge number.
Dude, that guy was a motherfucker, dude. Like, he wanted
Seriously?
to pay me so bad.
Yeah.
Curious.
Look at the chaos you're forming. My God, the bodies in the street, the fires. Like, you're just tormenting poor Portland. That's what they get for not voting Republican, am I right?
I can't believe you did this, Ignar. Why are you destroying your own city? I
Yeah,
thought you loved it
Ignar.
there.
I know. Yeah, this is what happens when we get in the trenches. We just burn it all down.
Yep.
Also, I love how we have an unironic neck beard with a long hair as a bike top right here, dude. Like, who hired this? Oh, like,
He
what?
looks like I should bring my broken laptop to him to fix.
What the hell? How does he have such long hair for a cop? Man, Portland police decided to kind of flex a little, be like, yo, off the street.
Yeah, how did the tech nerd end up becoming a fascist like that? Come on.
The bar is really low.
The internet froze.
but no name.
216. Yeah, they're not giving names. They're just giving IDs, and that's it. Batch numbers.
Holy shit, Paul. Fuck you, Chud. That's a federal action. We're not going to hear it.
I'm not talking about you stopping them. I'm saying that means we're allowed to be there attacking as
I
well.
didn't say that.
Really? Wow, Ovid.
Fuck the police.
I yelled that at him too because of what they were doing. Because
Okay,
I'm
get
walking
outside
kind
the
of
code.
closer to it, but there's like a tent that was set up and it's been there for a long fucking time. And eventually, a part of why they were here were to try to tear it down because there's like a little propane heater tank thing in there
Yeah.
to keep you warm and dry and stuff. But also, apparently, there was like another tent in like that canopy tent area as well, like within it. And that was like another problem on top of it obstructing the sidewalk, even though it wasn't, because there's been times I've walked by and been able to go through and not have a problem. It was just an excuse to basically just like cause bullshit. Like, and weirdly enough, like this is the most action that happened this night was when Portland decided to like, you know, collaborate with ICE. And ICE didn't really do much. It was like them and MAGA instigators that were like trying to start shit. And I have a few time since of them as well. Like there's some from before. I think there's like one or two from
Want to be
afterwards
MAGA,
as well.
strong woman. Pretend to be
Oh,
a badass.
dude. Yeah, you got it.
Wait, was that me from like 2 years ago there with the beard?
Yeah.
I didn't realize you guys have it over here.
Kinda.
There's also one MAGA thing there too. I mean, he's got like like visible as much, but it's like
Yes, God. Dig it.
You know, whenever you see a brutalist structure, not only is it lazy as shit architecture, it just screams bad shit happens here.
But also, it's
does.
McDonald's.
Yeah.
It looks weird.
Like I
honestly,
said,
if it
bad
wasn't
shit
for, like-
happens here.
Yeah, no shit, yeah. And what's weird is like even before 2020, I never knew this was like an ICE facility. If it wasn't for, back in 2020 and now, being the way it is, I don't think most people would know this was an ICE office. It's not even like
How many people think about ICE in Portland before Trump, you know?
The moment you realize that you should have knocked this building down ages ago.
Yeah, where's my Taco Bell in
fucking
there?
real.
You know, where's my Papa John's? You'll make a fine hot topic one day.
Yeah. At least with Papa John's, they would be doing one way to make it better.
No, DI.
You try to hear her kind of yell at somebody else. I'll eventually got it.
You stay away from us tonight, all right?
So who are the instigators? Is it us or is it MAGA fuckers who want to start shit?
For being like too close to her.
I mean, for real. Come on.
Not coming near him tonight. You're not breaking any more of his shit tonight. That's your plan. That's your plan. We know your plan, and it's not happening. Our plan.
Tell us what it is. Enlighten us. Enlighten us.
Look at that dumpy. Jesus Christ.
El Elmo.
What is our plan? Enlighten us.
He's a big boy for his mommy.
For a streamer. She's quote security for a streamer, and that's why she's trying to be so up.
Whoa, your internet's really lagging there, man. There we go.
Oh yeah, it had a little weird bump there for a sec. But yeah, no, like for some reason use like security for like some streamer, and I think it's the guy like right next to her there, and the other security dude is the guy in the hoodie right behind her, and she's like the one mouthing off and popping off. The other dude's just being
she's
quiet.
got security. It's the same with that IRL dude who goes around and threatens people because he's got the big black guy he pays to protect him.
Yeah, because she's that guy basically. I mean, because the streamer's the one being chill, but she just wants to mouth off and talk shit. And also, I don't know if you can see, but in her hand, that's pepper spray because she just is looking and itching, and she's trying to get a response to pepper spray people because she's the agitator. She's there specifically trying to piss people off and start a fight.
Something baked, Alaska.
Yeah.
So much online.
Like you are? Like, okay.
Maybe you should type so much on the keyboard.
Fighting on the keyboard.
She's making keyboard online insults.
I mean, online keyboard insults
Yeah.
can work on
Right in my face.
line, though. That's kind of a problem.
I think the main issue is that too many people are online. I think that's why we're in this position.
Well, it's less of a people being online problem and more of like the regulations haven't caught up on the internet to take the internet fucking seriously enough when they should be.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is too much of a Wild West at this point.
Well, do you think it'll be any better when the corporations have a complete harness over the internet?
I feel like
I
don't think so.
Yeah, I think we're doomed either way. Chaos or oppression. It's not really great either way. I think it just goes down to the individual choice. I mean, you got those people who just like have no lives outside of the internet. And I know it's ironic that a podcast is saying this, but that's like, I enjoy a good drink, but if someone says, "Hey, what drink should I have? I'm thinking of trying it for the first time," I'd probably tell them, "Do you really want to get drunk all the time? Like, it's probably not the best idea." It's fun, but I mean, it comes with a lot of caveats. But yeah, like obviously it goes down to the person. But I personally think that the age of the Wild West has already come and gone. We're now in a much more regulated
we're out of the Wild West now.
But
yeah, it's way different these days now for sure.
Yeah.
I honestly would rather have it be like the weird Wild West because in a sense, like at least it was fucking authentic at that point.
Oh yeah,
like it's.
it's getting weirder to find just YouTube channels that are just weird and goofy. Like I found one that I posted it in our memes. It was just Roxanne, but it's just the word rock. Rock.
It's we're back to the AI being the problem, right? Because the problem isn't YouTube, the problem isn't social media. Although social media is a problem, but not the problem we're talking about. The issue is the algorithm, right? The algorithm is forcing shit down your throat that you're not interested in and you don't really want to see.
And on these platforms also the sponsors have a huge role in it. That's why that's why Jimmy Kimmel was being promoted for years as the ultimate YouTuber.
Or I mean, Mr. Beast is probably the best example.
Yeah. You know that show that we watch here, Daily Dose? He was being interviewed a while back, and everyone's like, "We love you. Well, why aren't you any bigger?" And he's like, "Because the algorithm doesn't like me. They don't know what to make of me because I get it from other sources." And they don't like that. They can't always control it, but they can control someone like the Sidemen or Jimmy Kimmel or fucking Mr. Beast. Which, you know, if you like that shit, fine. But like YouTube used to be for everyone, and now all you ever get to see are these people that are just basically astroturfed or not even creators. Like fucking talk show hosts are not YouTubers.
Yeah.
They're talk show hosts. They're their own separate thing. And it's the same on every platform to varying degrees. I'm sure, as much as I like Blue Sky, I'm sure that has a problem to it. We just haven't seen it.
Yeah, they all do.
Like a lot of these platforms do too. But even like on top of that, like in a weird fuck way, like the algorithm has certain like things or subjects or whatever that it wants to bolster, and especially through very specific people. Like you're saying with the AstroTurf shit, because I've noticed because of these ICE protests, like I mean, I don't know, like, you know, if you know my subscriber count from like the last time, you know, again, talking from last show from now, but my shit's like exploded just from being at these protests. And it's like, just on the virtue that algorithmically, that is something that boosts up. I mean, just casually talking.
My numbers have gone up ever since I started doing the exercise ones. And a good chunk of that is because I do them on my phone, which means they're easier to scroll. That's the thing.
Exactly. YouTube Shorts. That's why, you know, I have my lives as verticals lately, because algorithmically that or bolstering.
It's pushing the short algorithm, like that area. So if you're streaming in vertical, yes.
Yeah, like YouTube's literally trying to compete with like the TikToks and all the other shit now. Like, and you know, in a way, it's kind of fucked, but you have to take advantage of it.
There is one good side to it. It really does throw you some curveball channels sometimes. I've found the occasional channel that really did come out of left field that I would have never found out if I just did a natural search myself. And that's cool. If we could drop all the other bullshit and keep that would be pretty dope. Because I think it'd be better for everyone in the world if we just go out of our wheelhouse from time to time. Sure, we might find some right-wing lunatic or some channel that's clearly like in a weird algorithm or knockoff channel. But then you can find the one I watched of like this. He's basically a gardener from Africa, and he's just talking about his constant battle with a group of monkeys that constantly go into his vineyard that he's, or like orchard that he has to look after, and he films his constant battles with them as they're constantly trying to steal the fruit. And it's like really gripping shit. Like he listens to chat, and they give him suggestions to like put out, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But then he has to find the money for it, and it's just like meanwhile he's telling you all to like love yourself and eat well and all generic stuff. It's just kind of wholesome. It's kind of nice. Let's keep that shit.
Yeah, and that's what I love about the shorts in a weird way. Like, as much as it's such rot, it's because of stuff like that. Because I have found so many different channels, whether they're just like casual like food vloggers or whatever, like, and they just like, yo, I'm making some cool food and blah blah blah, and it's just like, because their personality is just so authentic, and just that, and plus there's like, I actually, you know, the other day, not even that long ago, there was like some dude named Jerry or something that was doing a YouTube short, and I thought it was like some old MAGA dude because he's like a straight up boomer, but he was like popping the fuck off against MAGA, be like, yeah, they're a bunch of monkeys, fuck them, they're destroying our country, this and that. I'm like, who's this cool ass old dude? Like, what the fuck? I'm like, I was scrolling one day and I just saw it, and I'm like, all right. A little more.
It's kind of surreal to think that we're also in that group now too. We get scrolled by. our shorts, our video clips, yours specifically. But Chesh, I'm sure people find you just through the algorithm looking for that shit. And
yeah, I recently most recent Dumbfuck Friday had a bunch of you can tell because you can see the number, right? But you can also see that there's a slew of comments. And it's all like it's all MAGA people, anti fucking science people, and it's actually
how
pretty funny.
They hone in on what they don't like, and they're like, no, you can't say that, or you're dumb because, and they never really give any good answers. They're always just knee jerk.
There's usually not, yeah. There's not usually a whole lot of substance. Most of the time, they can't do math. Is something that I found.
Usually they never can.
In all fairness, math.
A lot of people allergic to math.
A lot of words in it. I'm very confused.
Well, it's like basic math too. It's like, oh, they're offering you to fix the housing crisis a 12% tax cut. And it's like, yeah, but it's 12% on the 10% tax you're paying. So what's 12% of 10? You're getting another $20 a month maximum. Is that going to be able to afford you a house? Like, what are you talking about? It's very funny.
Well, I love this comment.
Math.
I love this comment that math is hard because something has too many words in it when it is a thing that is entirely just numbers.
Well, you know. Well, you know. Well, you know.
Beautiful.
Lovely, I love it.
All right.
Really? You're gonna pepper spray people? No one's aggressively.
Literally, you can back the fuck off. No one's approaching.
Literally, back the fuck off. Like, oh my god.
You can back up.
He's like 6 feet away from you. He's social distancing from you.
No, that
He's
will
social
trigger
distancing!
them more, because then they'll remind the time when they couldn't say no to the masks.
Good.
Exactly, that's the point.
Yeah, I stay ready, bitch.
Oh, God, on this.
Stay ready, bitch.
Oh, I'm so scared of a tiny one. A short stack. Scared of a short stack.
I wouldn't even call her a short stack. I'd call her more of a short mound.
I resemble that
If it's here again, I'm calling it a short mount next time.
Short mound.
They do not care about you.
I know, right? That speaker's way better than mine. I do have another one at home, but I forgot where it was. I just need to find it because this is like a big log of a bump. It hella bumps.
Big log and bump.
Yeah.
Will you be able to get things to work?
I would love that someone playing like the Hanoi lady, from like Vietnam and shit. Like, bro, how did you die?
I'll watch one more bit out of it.
GI.
And then, so which would be the best other thing?
Honestly, like, out of all of them, I'd probably. Yeah, shit. It's kind of difficult because I just kind of like, last night, just was time sampling little highlight moments I know that were kind of, there. But, shit, like.
Oh, I want to see. I want to see them cry.
You look like you're about to cry. Damn.
Yeah, there was one dude who really had. I don't think you can see it from my fit, but there was like a dude right there in the very center who literally had his eyebrows look like he was about to cry for some reason. I mean, I don't think it can be seen, but it did.
On
look like
my Blue Sky, somebody posted a friend of theirs, and they're getting hit in the face directly with a pepper spray launcher, and they're all covered in the damn mist. But the ice agent is pissing himself as he's doing it.
Oh,
it's.
Oh. Yeah, I saw that clip. Yeah, and
it's so he's so terrified. Ice agents, by the way, most ice agents' morale absolute zero. They can't get laid. All their friends have abandoned them. They get spat on at work.
Either.
It's they're not getting paid. It's beautiful. But a lot of them just leave.
I love it.
And the same thing happens with a lot of skinhead groups. They just realize that everyone hates us. We should stop. And that's always the thing. We can't be nice to these people. And whenever possible, we just have to make their lives a living hell until they just look at the ground and go, okay. And then they walk off. Um,
100%, yeah.
it doesn't always work like that, but it does definitely work online for a lot of these like those young Republican fucks from a few weeks ago. Their lives are fucking miserable right now because they got to see, they got to be seen with the mask off, and they realize that the rest of the world doesn't work this way, and they don't know how to process it. Why they're getting booed up on stage because all their friends in their little echo chamber full of hate thought it was funny to talk about gassing people and raping women. Isn't that fun? No? What's wrong with you people? You're not woke, are you? You know, like, it's just, they're fucking children. They're fucking idiots. And we have to be meaner. We have to be meaner as a society towards bad people.
100%. Like, because, I mean, like, for the longest time, I used to generally be like, yeah, let's try to at least, bring the olive branch and, try to convince or at least try to plant a seed and stuff. And I still am that way to a degree, but like at
if
this
they
point,
come to you asking for help, absolutely give it to them. But I mean, how often does that happen?
Not that often. Like, I will say, at least at these protests, I mean, there have been some conservative leading people that have shown up who might have been like formerly MAGA and be like, yeah, I'm just here because, you know what, I'm fuck this administration. It's being bullshit, blah, blah, blah. And they'll actually come here generally wanting to talk to people, be a part of it, and be like, yeah, fuck this. This kind of bullshit. Like, I thought, it was going to fix the economy and make it better for me. And this is what he's doing. And I know for a fact there was even, like, one of these dudes who were even got pulled up like a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. It's like on r/freakout or r/Portland on Reddit. But I saw a clip where there's a couple like former MAGA conservative leading like kids basically who are like, where one of them who was 17, like they were high schoolers, and one of them got gaffled up by ICE, because they just happened to be a little too close to their fucking precious little line and all that bullshit. And they aren't even like anarcho kitty, anti-ICE fucking anarchists and shit.
The kid who got arrested for holding the bag of chips. That was like a day or two ago, wasn't it? Like he just got arrested because they misconstrued. Like this is such a tense world right now. And a few weeks ago we had someone on who's very much on the right. Krendar knows who I'm talking about. And we just like her approach to it was that we shouldn't say these things because people will like think that we aren't supporting like Trump, and we're like, we don't,
because we're not.
Probably because we're not supporting Trump.
We are literally the opposition.
People might think the thing that is true. Oh,
yeah,
no.
like the way she was like, you shouldn't say that. Why? Because Trump is good because like he's making a lot of good points. No, he's not. He's not making any. Like I literally
name
said,
a single good point he's ever made in his life.
When has he ever made a point? Period. This entire man.
Right.
Nowadays, he's barely even up to make it to the bathroom.
For real, yeah. He hasn't been able to make it to the bathroom since the fucking 90s with his diapers. Like what the fuck? And that neck pussy.
That gives me a lot of hope. That gives me a lot of hope because he can't be that long for the world.
I love that magazine cover that just like zoomed right in on the nunt.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
the thrusty.
What? Like, I will say, I don't know how you guys feel about the DFF crew, but leave it to them to literally be the first ones, like a year and a half ago, to fucking call it out. And
the who?
Now
Deep
people are
fried.
starting to realize and see it, dude. It's
DFF. Okay, yeah. I like them.
Hey, that's the name of my show.
It is. It's like we're all running
Dumb
out
Fact
of
Friday.
We're running out of acronyms. Goddamn.
Yeah. No, I enjoy Deep
Fat
Fried. They're silly boys.
Yeah.
They're silly fun boys.
Aren't they having a meetup next week? I think Mickey Richards is going.
Clifton, New Jersey. Yeah.
Yeah.
But Dumb Fact Friday is definitely a better DFF than Deep Fried, though.
Okay, here's
if you haven't been, you should totally come.
The link is
Come
in
check it
the
out.
title. Well, actually, no, it's not. Your link is in the title. Well, is it on Debate Hub or is it on? Is it on
Dumbfuck
Chesh?
Friday is on my regular channel.
Yeah, okay,
The politics news show that I do is on Debate Hub.
Here, seeing that you're here, Chesh, we might as well move away from the sad to the to something that we were talking about a while back. Boop.
Right, let's talk about what color your tea should be. This is a serious fucking topic. I don't take this shit lightly. If you have
milk,
any
I like
of these
that.
top 3, you're a fucking child. You're a minor.
Yes.
You should not be.
Your baby's first tea is these two when you're making
Okay,
it.
unless you are specifically drinking milk tea. So if you're having like a London fog, which is it's supposed to be steamed milk.
Ew.
Right, but also part of the question
very
here
good.
is: are we talking about
Milk?
just tea or tea that has milk in it for some of these? Obviously, pure milk
Prendar,
being an
this
exception.
is a cultural difference. When we say tea, we mean tea with milk in it.
Which I approve of. I like that, but I don't know what his intention is. So you say that you guys
He's
default
Irish,
to having
yeah.
tea
Oh
in
yeah,
it.
yeah. It would be very strange.
Okay.
I had actually a cup of black tea today just to see for the first time in ages. Does it do the dry thing to my mouth, which it tends to do? Still does. So
Well, if
that
we're
was
talking
quite
about like
time.
the stereotypical tea like orange pico or whatever, or something similar to that.
Black tea.
I'm sorry, Garen, but I do like the upper right one.
Allowed to vote. You should be supervised if you try and heat something up in the fucking microwave. You are not a fully matured human being, and I refuse to have a serious discussion with you. Okay, now for the bottom 3, these people are.
I'm
fucking
sand or
worse.
tan
Anyone
on
who has
this.
their tea like
Oh come on! When you're hungover, what's
this?
Conquer. Conquer is very lovely when you're hungover because my God, you need something to just wrangle your brain back into reality.
Yeah, if you look at the tea that I actually have right now,
100%.
it's bottom left.
Yeah.
If
And
I'm
you
having
were drinking
tea with,
last night, so
if I'm having some tea
I had
without,
one glass. I was not drinking last night.
okay.
Yeah.
I didn't actually watch
If
the
I'm
full thing. I bounced around it and then I went to bed.
if I'm having some tea without any milk in it, then I'm going Conquer or whatever that thing behind his head is on the right middle.
As far as I'm aware, that
their
is just pure
entire
black
fucking
tea.
personality is that they don't have milk in their tea. Milk haters are the
kinda-
I have
worst
no idea what's on the lower right because I have not been able to see
people
it
to have a cup of tea
past
with.
his head
They
yet.
are arrogant, judgmental cunts. Oh, you're gonna have a bit of tea with your milk. Shut the fuck up. You're not fucking brave. You haven't run into a burning building. Not liking milk isn't a fucking talent. This is the first
It's
acceptable.
very French, though. It's very French. You go to France and you ask for a cup of tea. They'll give you a cup of tea that's as black as their souls. And then then you look at them and be like, can I get some milk? And they'll be like, with tea? No. And then they'll walk off.
See, that's-
Very indignant of the whole situation. How dare
That's the opposite of what you'd expect from France, actually. I would have thought they would have tons of milk.
One for
I love
beginners,
their
or
cheese and
maybe you've
stuff.
injured your mouth and you need to cool down the area. These two are absolutely
fucking have a conniption fit.
perfect. Hopefully you've enjoyed this webinar.
Hold on, did that one say Builder's tea? What the hell is
Yeah,
Builder's tea?
Because when you have a cup of tea... All right, so traditionally when you have some builders over to do some work or whatever, you make them a cup of tea, and more often than not, the stereotype is they make it very kind of strong.
Okay.
Wait, is that the week? Hold on, what's that?
Child, you're a minor. You should
No,
not be
middle
allowed
right.
to vote. You're fully used to have a serious.
see.
Milk
It's the one behind his
haters are the
forehead.
worst people to have a cup of tea with. They are arrogant.
Sand.
When he's in the
okay.
corner.
Yeah, okay, builders, yeah.
It's number 6 out of 9.
Cool, but like, where is the actual black? What's it called? Because that is just pure black tea. You can see a corner of it.
Yeah, Garen, come
I
on.
love
get
how
his
he's-
head out of the way so we can see it.
I know, right? I
Come on,
love
bro.
how he set this thing up and then won't let us see half of it.
I know, right? Like, at least you can move out a little bit so we can see it.
Now, here's an actual really good message from him.
Liking
Oh.
your own post or comment is not fucking cringe. I'm here to fight this. I actually think that not liking your own post is cringe.
Oh,
Be
this
brave
isn't what I
enough
thought it
be
was
in
gonna be
your own
about.
audience. Every single one of my videos, the first like is me, and I give it a little fucking favourite as well. I put up a post or I make a funny comment on a video, I'm
this
not letting
all
it
the
sit
time.
there, disrespect
Someone had
it
to
with
say it,
zero
man.
fucking
Someone had to
likes.
say it.
If I didn't like it, it wouldn't be there in the first place. That's not fucking zero. That's one. Begin with victory.
That's a good point.
And you cannot lose. What is it
Darn
that you want
something.
people to think? Oh, I'm just posting this because I'm not funny or interesting at all. You coward. Endorse yourself.
Yep.
Don't blow your own trumpet, but do not allow your trumpet to go unplayed. If I send a friend a funny voice note, I listen to it again for me to enjoy without being bogged down by the creative process.
Yeah,
I hope this
let me talk.
inspires you to buy a ticket to your own personality and enjoy the fucking show. Follow
Oh,
me.
there's a phrase.
Oh,
Ain't
that's
it
a good
one?
line.
Yep.
I like that.
And
Yeah.
it reminds me,
quote here.
Krendar, you might remember this. It might have been the last time we had Gurley on, and we talked about how if you're going to stream, there will be a level of like narcissism or self-confidence, and that's good because it means that you feel like you have something to give to the wider world.
I wouldn't call it a level of narcissism. I would just call it a little bit of ego.
Which can flow into
I was about to say the same
narcissism.
thing, yeah.
Which can flow
Like,
a little.
Anything can flow into narcissism. That doesn't mean anything.
It's true.
Shut up.
I'm sorry that I can sound poetic talking bullshit. Okay?
You're not sounding poetic. Not you like that's like saying like everyone's a little bit narcissist because they have a personality.
Some people don't have a personality.
Damn.
Let's be real here. Some people do
Yeah.
not have a personality.
It means nothing. That doesn't mean it. Like narcissism is a sliding scale, right? Just because you have a narcissistic trait, it doesn't mean you're a narcissist or you have a little bit of narcissism.
But you have a little bit of it, as in a trait of it.
No, you don't. No, you don't. That's a bad term. Don't use it. It's bad. Stop. Cease. Desist.
Say don't again.
It's watering down narcissism to mean literally nothing, and means any positive view you have of yourself means you're a narcissist, which is a negative connotation to having a positive view of yourself. Terrible.
The term,
bad. Stop it.
The term does mean something much stronger than what you mean to say, Dylan.
I'm gonna hit you with a newspaper.
Fair enough.
I agree with what you meant to say, though. I understand what you meant to say, and I agree with it.
Your point is valid. Your terminology is problematic.
Fair. Fair.
In my opinion.
Agreed.
I'm half just giving you a hard time.
Hell of a hard
It's one of her
time,
hobbies.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Come on, Dylan. A girl needs to have hobbies.
Yeah.
You'd be lucky to be my hobby.
Right. So we got about 10 minutes left. Anyone to post that? And anyone to suggest that, or what?
Oh, there's a good Dylan Hollis one lately.
Not just it's interesting you said Dylan Hollis, because also I've been getting into his brother as well. He has a channel.
I didn't know he had one of those.
I didn't know either.
What's that, Ignar?
I honestly never knew he had a brother. I was saying the same thing. Like, what?
Yeah, all right then. Brother. There he is.
Oh, damn.
I like this guy.
Rock Bottom Pie from 1990.
Brother, I can't tell you how much a vintage recipe from the year before I was born makes me sad on just every level.
We start with a cup of peanut butter. You can either use cream.
I can hear it in his voice.
Well, I'm glad we're on the
They
same
are definitely brothers.
8 ounces of cream
Yeah, they
cheese.
are, dude.
steamed
This
cream,
is a mind fuck.
You know, it's kind of nice to take a break from the low-calorie recipes.
Pause real quick. You know what kind of energy I'm getting from this? Future Canoe.
Ooh, yes, I can see Future
Oh,
Canoe.
yeah,
This.
yeah.
He feels like his brother feels like he's purposely doing like a lower energy, more bored, like parody of Dylan Hollis.
He
Also, I just want to say before we start this again, like I love the pause on Dylan right now.
Yeah, that's a good.
He
that's a good
looks
pause
like he
stream.
just took one hell of a blunt hit. Wow, shit! This is good.
Yeah.
He's just gonna be sitting in the corner of the house party for like 2 hours with that face on him.
Literally just couch locked for 2 hours, like, bruh. Like, holy shit, dude.
Yep.
as far as I can tell, what was the plant slate or the plan slate is the name of the channel here. Obviously butchering it. He seems to do more health and fitness foods. Like you see a lot of like
Plant
responses.
Slant.
Plant Slant. There you go.
You give it the old razzle dazzle. Are you gonna make it? You can do it. No.
Pretty sure I picked this one up at a thrift store years ago. Still going strong.
Hold in a tub of Cool Whip.
This is gonna take a second.
Now we crush 10 Oreos.
Got the peanut butter ones too. This is gonna be good.
Oreos.
This heavy, high-quality implement. Did you know this is out today?
Might need to pick one of those up, but I've got a candle.
Ooh. Then we turned it into any chocolate crumb crust. It's a 9-inch.
I don't know. That kind of looks like 12 to me.
Put some crumbs
I
on
love the
top.
look he gives after saying that.
Here we go. Right next to the protein shakes.
Good evening.
Yeah, such good sassy gay man comedy.
Oh my days. That's just old-fashioned good.
I'm just so used to the low-calorie, high-protein, high-fiber recipes that it's almost too much. Almost.
They
This
just
is what
slow it
bottom
down
tastes like.
identical
I'm
now.
all for it.
Yeah, the more you
Yeah,
watch, the more you can
This is
see
what
it.
rock bottom tastes like. I'm all
Yeah.
for it.
It's like
I was a
his
big fan of the
brother
Great
is literally
British.
just a brown-haired, like more
Slightly
narrowed-eyed
toned,
version of
like
something.
he works out more by the looks of it. That's probably one reason why he always does like the health video stuff. I mean,
Yeah.
if you look at the
And he has
channels,
like black hair instead of blonde hair. But yeah, beyond that, they pretty much look goddamn near identical, pretty much.
Is he to like a vegetarian channel or something? Like, why is it like it's the Plant Slant?
No, he's not a vegetarian channel, but he does a lot of like healthy foods.
yeah.
Okay. Fair.
First time I saw him, he was responding to somebody who was talking about.
Be sideways. It's a good mug.
It was a calorie counter, and like one side, like it costs this much for a tiny amount, and the other one is this much, and it was like really trashy food, but you get more in it. And he just because people tend to want him to respond to things. I've noticed. You can see here.
Yeah. This whole thing reminds me of there's one YouTuber I
He has
watch
a
who made
feud with cottage cheese.
this one YouTuber I watched made a new channel specifically dedicated to reacting to kids trends stuff, and he calls it Too Old for This. and then his friend, who's a huge troll, also made a new channel called, I think, also Too Old for This or Way Too Old for This or something. And his channel is specifically to react to the other guy's new channel. He just watches his friend and reacts to his friend while his friend is reacting to kids' trends.
That's funny.
Like all the brain rot and all that other stuff we complained about the kids watching these days.
Yeah.
Although there has been some fun stuff on the channel too. Like one of the things he's doing is people wanted him to react to that. Have you guys ever seen that show, Amazing Digital Circus?
Yeah, I love that.
Yes.
Absolutely
So-
love Amazing Digital Circus.
People wanted him to react to that. So one of the things he's been doing is watching that. And he's come to the conclusion that he is not, in fact, too old for this because he loves Amazing Digital Circus. And I've never seen it before. So me watching him watch it is the only way I've watched it. And I'm really enjoying it so far, too, actually. Very
I
good show.
follow this channel called Georgia Dow, and she's a psychiatrist, and she breaks down like media and different things like that, gay media and other stuff. And she loves Digital Circus, and she loves how all the characters are represented in it, with genuine like what Gangle. Gangle's her favorite because Gangle.
I just watched I just saw the
Gangle.
Gangle episode last night. I think it was episode 4 with the fast food restaurant.
Yeah, her suggestion to make everyone.
That's
the manager. Yeah,
I think they're up to 7 or 8 episodes now. But
That's
this
3
guy that I'm
episodes
watching, he's only just gotten to that one so far. So I'm just watching them with him essentially. But yeah.
One more thing I got to say about this guy. I love his t-shirts. Look at this bad
I know
boy.
you thirsty, my boy. I'm about to show you how to make a bomb agua de pepino.
That looks so
for this,
good.
I'm gonna take half the skin off of one pepino. Make sure to wash it good. Don't be nasty. Now that you've
the hell
washed
is a
off all the
pepino?
grime and filth
Cucumber?
off the pepinos,
Cucumber.
we're gonna remove the booty ends because nobody likes the booty.
So obviously he has a bunch. But
I
the
mean,
recipe
I
says
usually love booties, but not on
Oh, is that
YouTube.
Fry
must be
and
making a
Bender?
big batch.
It's Fry, Bender, and Leela as the Fallout TV show characters.
Oh, that's fun.
And there's another one that had Shaggy and Scoob as the Fallout New Vegas, like the cover art. That was pretty dope.
I actually never knew that Futurama actors were in Bloodlines until you pointed it out while I was watching your video last night.
How did you not notice? That is he has such an iconic voice.
Yeah, I didn't even know.
I never realized, but as soon as you said it, I was like, "Oh damn, yeah, it is."
Now you can keep the whole skin.
I love
like
Smiling Jack.
Half of it just so the drink becomes a little smoother. This is fine. And don't throw away the peels. You can give it to the dog.
Hey, Tor, what do you think?
I can give it to me. Are you kidding?
Yeah, it's kind of what I thought.
I love cucumber skins.
Obviously, a blender can't handle all of this, so we're gonna.
Love is a strong word, but I like them.
Well, luckily I can fit 2 in here.
A little bit of that sugary.
And if you're doing it this way, half a cup. Yeah. Oh, please don't take here. 5 cups for those following along.
Some lime juice to balance out that sweetness.
2 limes.
Can't have a drink with lime. Cucumbers and lime.
Man, that's good. Listen, we all knew this was going to be good, right? But it's even better than you expect. It's ultra super mega refreshing. Out of 10.
Yeah.
Okay, bye.
Out of 10.
Out of 10.
I want to try that now too.
We're actually at the show's end, so
yeah. By the way, Lev, speaking of Jack from Bloodlines, there's a whole theory going on about in Vampire the Masquerade, the tabletop game. There's actually a rather infamous, very 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 old vampire called Smiling Jack. And a lot of people think that the Jack in the video game is meant to be him.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's probably going to be.
Isn't Smiling Jack also supposed to be Jack the Ripper?
I don't know. Maybe.
I don't know my Vampire of the Masquerade lore very well. So.
But I do believe that Jack in Bloodlines is definitely meant to be much older than he lets on. Because he seems to have known the very very old vampire.
I think he hints at in the game that, and I remember reading about the lore, that he was at least he claims he was turned in Nam,
absolutely not though.
Yeah, but I think he might have to do that every couple of decades to kind of like change it. I think he was a pirate at one point, wasn't he?
I have no idea, but probably. I would be shocked if he wasn't. Like I think this man is at least 100 or 200 years old.
But
he has depths to him that he is not letting on.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's I don't think I've pinned down. Let me have a look at my calendar. I don't think I've pinned down the next UFF would feel good for that. So that'll be sometime in. That'll be sometime. Oh no. The 30th. We're doing it on the 30th.
Yeah. Also, it's fun to see the differences in play styles. Feel Good and I play that game very differently.
Well, she
I remember Feel
wanted
Good
something else, and
okay.
Yeah, I did not want to play the game. I forget what it was.
I remember at one point her recommending that you diversify your combat skills a bit, like take both melee and ranged. And I was thinking, I've beaten this game like 10 times, and I've never done that. I hyper-focus one or the other so I can save XP for other things. At the start, I choose, am I going to be a melee character or a ranged character? And I stick with it.
I like I said, I've only played about maybe less than a third of it on my own. So pretty soon, probably next episode, we'll pass the point where I've been.
I say I've beaten the game at least 10 times because every couple of years or so I replay the game, and I've beaten the game as every clan. So whatever the clan's specialty is, I'll go with that. Like if I'm playing Bruja, I'm gonna be a melee guy. If I'm playing Gangrel, I'm an unarmed combat guy. If I'm playing somebody who doesn't have a specific leaning, I might go guns.
I do have a single mod installed. I've actually got it here up on my desktop. The Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines Clan Quest mod. So there'll be a few missions there that'll be new.
Ooh. I don't know anything about those because I've never heard of that mod.
But apparently that's not even the one that Feel Good did. So it's interesting. And
I've never played with mods at all, actually.
I of course, we got to get our sometime down in November, our 2 episodes down as well. And of course, Chesh will be doing. I think you're already locked in, aren't you?
Yep.
Yeah.
And me.
UFF on the 12th and 19th. Dope.
Yep.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right, Krendar. We did 27th.
I like how the dates work out. Like I'm doing my first off of the month before Cheshire's, but then she's doing both of hers before I do my second one.
Well, we've been at it already, so.
Well, I just meant of the month, first and second of the month.
We still have to get Feel Good and Magicus. We can't forget Magicus. Yeah. He's on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Well, seeing that
when we get to our next one, you just get to see combat.
Yep.
Yay.
So, let's just go around and do our standard farewells to arms. Chesh, anything you want to promote?
Bye. Don't subscribe. Don't like. Go away.
Yeah.
Don't talk to me.
I mean, look at the poor quality I've got going on.
So goblin.
Get out of here.
And everyone else, Ignar, you're going to be doing?
Yeah. Well, same thing. You know, I got my little thing, but don't subscribe to my channel. Doing reverse psychology. You know, don't subscribe, don't like, don't do that, any of that shit. Got my blue sky, you know, got my threads. Same name, Ignar Husky, but don't follow that shit. I promise you, nothing.
I don't even know what Threads is.
I've only seen Threads.
It's like a Twitter version of like, or like a meta Facebook version of Twitter. It's not bad, but you know, it's a thing.
What about you there, Krenda?
Well, I think I will get my stream started back up again this week, hopefully. We will see how well my stream works over having to be forced to use Wi-Fi for now. Although the cable modem that's emitting the Wi-Fi signal is like 2 feet away from my computer, so hopefully that's a good signal. We'll see how that goes, and if that doesn't go well, I'll try to get the Ethernet working again. Damn you, motherboard, for breaking on me. Also, funny thing to underline, I don't know if this is because Steam does save files differently, or if it's because of cloud saves or what, but after my computer came back from the shop, none of my Microsoft Game Pass installed games could find their old save files anymore, but all my Steam games were totally unaffected. So anything I was playing through Game Pass, I had to start over. Anything I was playing through Steam, I could just continue where I left off.
Well, so long
good on you, Steam.
Yeah, for once. My cloud is about to be overflowed with all my Paradox games again, so I got to make sure to delete only those files and not all the other files, or else I'm fucked.
You and your strategeries.
Oh, my babies. Although I have been playing more Hades as of late, just for me. And anyway, as for me on stream, tomorrow you guys will get the next episode of the Legacy of Ashes over on Twitch. And that, of course, is Fallout, the whole Empire of Dirt series we've been doing. And then on Tuesday, back to the exercise bike. Then I'm going to be off to Dublin on Wednesday. So expect a live stream out of a pub somewhere at least once. And, of course, I'm going to make up a video of any shenanigans I'll have. As for this time next week, we will be having ourselves Mickey Richards. So, yeah.
Yeah. Sweet boy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, everyone, thanks for showing up. Thank you guys for being here. And if at this point now, you know what to do. Fuck the police.
Yeah.
Bye.
Fuck the police.
Police.